The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
This is the Eagles Sports Network. I am Jay West here with Eagles head swimming coach Ben Young. Ben, y'all go to Emory and Henry this week. Open up SAC conference play this Friday, October 4th at 6 o'clock at Emory and Henry. What are your initial thoughts going into this meet?
Yeah, again, first first actual meet of the season is always a fun time. You know, again for us, we've started out with Emory and Henry the last two seasons, and so we'll continue to go up to them and race them at their pool and whatnot. And so again, for us, it's back to the grind this week, and again, we looked fairly solid for blue versus orange this past weekend, and so again, looking to ramp up, looking to go in a little broken down to this weekend, but again, the same concept, the same goals are still there for the team, which is, you know, again, get in, race, focus on the details of how you're swimming the race, not necessarily the time. Again, Emory and Henry is short course meters. We do not spend any other time throughout the season and in NCAA swimming short course meters. So again, for us, it's a meet that we can go in, just focus on some details, learn to adapt to our races with a little bit of a longer pool. You know, some stroke counts and things like that might be off, some pacing might be off, just with the added length. But again, in the end, like I said, the same goal is still there. So, which is to go in and race well, and get up and race, and then again get back home.
Coming out of the off season, y'all had the blue versus orange, of course, but then going into this week, in terms of intensity level at practice, what have you been kind of pushing on the swimmers this week, letting them know this is go time, this is the time we really start applying what we've been learning all off season?
Yeah, and really, the last 2 days, being midway through the week, this week with Emory and Henry coming up, again, we're shifting how we train just a little bit in terms of, hey, we know we've got some race atmosphere Friday afternoon. So again, not easing up in any way, shape, or form, but again, for us, it's an opportunity to see what we can do while broken down a little bit, and so really for them, it's you spend a lot of the off season, or a lot of the time during the off season, really focusing in on challenging them to attack weaknesses and challenging them to focus on things that may not have gone their way during the season. And so again, really looking forward to seeing some of that come to fruition here at the end of the week. So really just like I said, looking for an opportunity for them to do those things, to practice those things, and just continue on training with our focus on mid-season.
Last year, y'all went against Emory and Henry twice, one at home, one away. Y'all swept them last season. What kind of confidence does that give your coaching staff and maybe the swimmers that were here last year going into this meet?
Yeah, Emory and Henry as a program, again, this is the second year of their new head coach, and so again, he's obviously trying to implement his culture, his style of team there, and again, I've got the utmost respect for Will up there and what he's doing. Again, they're just in a much different place than we are, as a team, and so when you look at that and you look at sweeping them, both times last year. For us, for dual meets, especially in this case, again, I'm not necessarily worried so much on the points or what the final score is or anything like that. Again, from our team, the challenge is, hey, let's be loud when some of those expectations are that we should win. Again, you never should go into something thinking like, again, you should win something, but again, in the world of swimming, times don't lie. And so, again, in this case, making sure that what is important to us still shines through at the end of the day, which is, again, supporting one another, right? Being loud on a pool deck. We want to make sure that we're always the loudest team, that, we never have, that there's no doubt that we support one another. And again, then the other challenge would be that when the competition isn't necessarily there, still swimming up to our standard, right? And swimming the races like they should be, and swimming the races as if we are trying to practice for things later on in the season when things do get hard, right? So for mid-season, for Wingate, and then obviously for conference and nationals, but again, this is all just a test run for that, and really it's an opportunity for them to, again, focus in on the things that they've been working on. So not overlooking Emory and Henry, but really focused in on, hey, who are we as a team, even when we're going up there and expecting to come right back with a win.
There's going to be a lot of returning talent for y'all this year. They're used to traveling. They know what's expected of them. But there are a lot of freshmen going to be there in their first collegiate meet. Kind of speak to what you hope to see from them and how they can kind of boost their confidence through their performance in this meet.
Yeah, we brought in a big class this year, and that's our goal. For the coming years is to continue to bring in big classes. Again, one big happy family, right? I want to have a big team and whatnot, and so again for them in this case, for a lot of the freshmen, again, they're not used to going, to a meet and then coming right back. They're used to club style meets where, it's a couple days at a time and you're swimming a lot of events. And so again, the importance is placed on just a few events for this one, as opposed to a full spread of events for as to what they're typically used to. So again, a lot of them showcased just the amount of work that they've been able to accomplish in the last 4 weeks. At the Blue and Orange meet last weekend, and people like Joey Moose, right, who has only been swimming for a couple of years now, comes in, determined to get better, and again that showed through a lot this last weekend, and so going PBs, breaking barriers that he had never gone before, and so again, obviously he's still got a ton of work to do, but again, Eli Kennard is another one who came in. He's got a very different training background with what he's used to, and has been getting his butt whooped in the pool the last few weeks, and for him to come out on the other side and see the difference between how he's typically used to racing and what he's doing right now is incredible. So both of those, are going to be great assets to our team. Anna Feria is going to be another one that's going to be a great asset to our team, coming in with the 4IM from the Blue and Orange meet and winning in some solid fashion. And then you've got people like Megan Corcoran who come in, who she's looking at team records already as a freshman, and again it's at the same time convincing her, hey, we can take you another step further and continue to develop you, and so again, excited to continue to get to see all of these freshmen come in, race. We have some newcomers. We have Noah Day, who actually came from Emory and Henry last year, and so again, he wanted more. He wanted to be a part of a program that is continuing to build and continuing to strive for more. And so, for him and Jake Sell, coming from King, both of them are two that we're excited to get to see to race. So again, massive freshman class coming in. Very excited to see how they react coming off of last weekend and all the work that they've put in, and understanding though that there's still a lot of season left and there's still a lot of work to be done.
And going into this meet, what's the one aspect that you really want to see shine for your team? It could be the competitiveness. It could be meeting new personal bests, meeting new times. What's that thing that you want to see them reach that you thought maybe they weren't ready to be there yet, but now, after seeing how they performed in this meet, that they are there?
Well, that's a good one. Their approach in a professional manner, I think, is the biggest thing, right? So again, obviously, the competition's a little bit different. Emory and Henry's at the bottom of our conference last year at conference, right? And again, just two totally different programs, but at the same time, our approach to the meet is really important, right? Our approach when, hey, we are going into a one-session meet, we're going up there, coming right back. It's a one-day travel scenario, and so. Again, for them, it's going to be, hey, let's still go in. We're still going to, do a little bit more of an, extensive warm up prior to getting in the pool. We're going to warm up in the pool, and then again, it's making sure that they understand, hey, there's a purpose for all of this, right? And understanding how to build that swimming IQ for each one of them, and understanding that, hey, being aware of how your body feels and what you're doing in order to swim at your best is really important. So again, the approach in a professional manner, I think, is the biggest thing that I want to walk away saying, yes, hey, the team did it. The team went up there, they took care of business, and they came back while being, while conducting themselves professionally is important.
Ben, thank you so much for your time. Eagle Swimming takes on Emory and Henry this October 4th on Friday. 6 p.m. I'm Jay West with the Eagle Sports Network.